All right, guys. I just jumped over here on a straight up track and field stream since we are, there's multiple sports that I'm covering today. Uh, this is the stream for the Diamond League in Stockholm. I was doing the cricket stream just now, and they unfortunately there was some inclement weather, and the West Indies had to come off. They responded, but they had to come off, and I will I will get back to the cricket in a little bit because it looks like the covers are coming off. So maybe I was a little bit too early in leaving the cricket, but I'll hopefully get back to the cricket later. Yeah. So yeah, we are here for the Diamond League in Stockholm. Thanks everybody for if you've been on both streams today. So far, a really good run from Alison DeSantis winning. Just above 46 seconds there, 47, 47.02 was it? 47.01 rather, ahead of Kyra McMaster. So that's a decent standout, I think, so far. Women's shot put was decent as well, 20 meters there from Chase, and we just saw a really good 1500 meters from Laura Murr on 3:57.99, ahead of Jebetic from Kenya, who had a PB of 3:58.88, and Georgia Griffith ahead of Halem, completing the top four there. Women's triple jump currently in progress. Hernandez in the lead with 14:38. Shanika Ricketts have a 14:35 from her first. All of this into some negative wins, and negative 1.5 for Hernandez, negative 3.1 for Ricketts, 14.06 for Thea Lafon, and so no big jump in Origi at 13:37. So they're just warming up there in the triple jump. Up next on the track would be 3,000 meter final for men. And I think the big race for me to this evening is to see what we get from a Femke Bowl. There's also men's 100 meter final on track 2 that will feature Sonny Brown. There's Raheem Ford from Jamaica there, Kyrie King. It's not a fantastic lineup. I think one of the things that's happening here at the Stockholm Diamond League too is that athletes are different times. There's meets in the United States, meets in Jamaica, so some of those athletes aren't there, and obviously European Championships coming up soon. And yeah, but the 400 meters hurdles should be really interesting. Femke Bol is listed; she hasn't run a 400 meter hurdles for the year. She also has the meeting record as well. Sydney McLaughlin with her 52.70 a couple of days ago. Will she go ahead of that? That's something interesting to look at. Women's 200 meters will feature Sharika Jackson. Will we get a different Sharika Jackson than we got last time in Oslo and Marrakesh before that? Those are some interesting questions. And so yeah, so I'm on the stream just to do a little watch along on the track and field here, and I'm waiting for the cricket to come back on. So we'll probably do another cricket one in a second too. Weston is already back. Weston did a very good job to bowl out Papua New Guinea for 136 for 8, but they're now at 8 for 1, and it could have been 8 for 2 had they reviewed that LBW appeal that was denied by the umpire. But there's match delayed by rain currently, so yeah. So 3,000 meters about to start. And as you know, 3,000 meters, you get around 7 and change. Yeah, 7. I did. I think they did a waterfall start here. I think, is it? 1, 2. So interesting run there. We'll wait to see what's happening. The men's 3,000 meters just started. I think there's just the pacemakers right now. He's trying to check to see what's going on. I don't know what pace they're actually going out at. Yeah. Yeah. At least the cricket restart is scheduled to probably be in another 20 something minutes or 30 minutes, I think. Yeah. If you're into the cricket. Huh. All right, so there's 2 pacemakers, but they're way ahead of everybody else. So I don't think those guys are going at the pace that they requested. Yeah, because the 2 pacemakers is the Jude Thomas and also Adam Shawinski. I think, if I don't know how you pronounce that. Yeah. All right, we're getting a little action here from the pole vault. Yeah. So Casey Lightfoot trying to get. Oh, he's gone. Yeah. So Lightfoot is gone out of the men's pole vault. So he missed that what? I think he tried to get at 585 and he's gone. So Sam Kendricks is still in the mix. Also, Duplantis, I think, passed that 585, right? So he's gonna see if Kendricks go ahead, and then he's just gonna jump again and probably win it. Then try to go for. Yeah, a quick shot here of the women's triple jump, which is Hernandez here. The Cuban. Just a little bit less than 15 meters, it looks like there. Yeah, I don't know what that jump is. Got a little bit more on the board, giving up about 7 centimeters there. But she looks good. But I think I was looking earlier in the jumping of the triple jump, and they're all running into strong. They're all jumping into strong headwinds. Let's see. Yeah, that was a 14.57 into a negative 1.5 win. So she's still in the lead. She's in the lead ahead of Shanika Ricketts at 14.40. Yeah. And the cricket is now back. Nicholas Poran is. And Brandon King is on strike, I think. King is on strike. No, poor run is on strike. I apologize. So a wicket, 3 dot delivery so far. Men's 1500, 3000 meters in progress still. Let me see what's going on there. Agricultural shot there from Nikki P. No runs there. Yeah. So Labalu, I think, is the Swiss guy, is in the lead right now. If I have that if I pronounce that correctly. Ismail in second. It's moving around. There's a bunch of interesting guys here, but I don't know if we're gonna get any kind of fantastic times here. World lead already, obviously, is by Solomon Barrega, which none of these guys can come close to, which is 725. Yeah. Well, that's excellent bowling again by this guy here. So the wicket maiden for for Morena from Papua New Guinea and West Indies are in some a spot above, I would say. Yeah. All right, just a lap left in the 3,000 meters to go right now. Yeah. Labalu is actually still ahead. It's running in good pace. With this, I think that probably can get, if they're good, I can probably go 735 or better. Yeah. Yeah. Labalu is just checking there. I think he's checking how much does he have in the legs left. Nordas is gonna pass him, and Nordas is gonna pass him right now. Yeah. So Nordas wins this above Labalu rather. 733.49. Fantastic PB there for the Norwegian ahead of the Swiss athlete with also in a season best of 733.68. Yeah. So that's a good timing there from Nordas. Yeah. King is doing good here. Ooh, interesting. Inside edge, could have been in problems there. Yeah. I mean, the run rate here is really easily. West Indies just need to turn the ball, do some singles, obviously a few boundaries in and over, and then they should win this comfortably. Yeah. Obviously, they have to recover from the goal in Dr. Johnson Charles, and obviously the weather delay. Oh, lovely shot by King. Pierces the gap. 4 more runs there. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Yeah. So 8 runs already off the over. That looks like we're backward point, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, backward point. Yeah. Leg by there for Brandon King, going down on the leg side there. So another run to the score. So West Indies 17 for 1 off 2.4 overs. So Pooran is on strike. And so while we wait on that, the next thing on track for the will be The next thing scheduled actually is men's discus. That's coming up in another 5 minutes or so, and that has Mikolas Anelka, Stahl, Matty Denny, Frederick Dacus is there as well. Um, there's Lucas. I don't even know how to pronounce his Austrian name. Jansen's there too, and Peterson. So this is good. Yeah, obviously the world record holder Mikolas Aletna is there. Daniel Stahl, high quality athlete. Frederick Dacus too has been in the mix in previous years. He's a guy that's gone over 70 meters in the discus, but he's below the Olympic standard, so he has to get to that. He needs to get a 67 and change better throw if he's gonna. I mean, obviously he has to make the Jamaica team too, but he has to be in the mix. He has to get the standard at some point. Yeah. So Puran finally gets off the mark with a little flick down there, and West Indies are 18 for 1. I'm just going through two sports at a time, so I know some of you might be like, cricket and track and field, do they go together? I like them both. A high jump is going on. They're showing a jump from Onin. Cleared at the 1 meter 94. That looks decent. Jeroshenko. Also over 194. Good technique. A lot of space there. Maybe leg should be a little bit higher at the end to get some more upward movement. Then Ulis Legas always looks good coming in. Good clearance there too at 194. Oh, it's done. Yeah. Manuchik. Manuchik there. I think she gets over 2 meters there. So that's a good to see Yaroslav already over already jumping 2 meters and 4 this season. Gold medal favorite for me as well. All right. On the track after this would be the men's 100-meter final. That's coming up in about 6 minutes. And in the meantime, I'll just do a little cricket here. So Brandon King is on strike. West Indies 19 for 1. Ooh, he's coming down. Goes a little bit wide. No run. I think the wicketkeeper needs to come up more. Because, if you come up more, you could actually stump him. Hmm. I think Brandon King's trying to get on with this, but it's interesting. Now to King again. He steps down again. This time, really good shot. Pierce the gap, and he gets 4 runs here. So King is basically dealing with boundaries here. Lovely shot there by Brandon King. Walks down the track and smacks it. Really good shot too. Good sound off the bat. Another one. Oh, lovely. That's gorgeous. So ends the over with 2 4s at the end there. Yeah. So 27 for one. West Indies. Yeah. 100 meters next to come for in the track and field. Let me know what you're excited for. Are you thinking about the cricket, or are you thinking about the track and field? Yeah, so the 100 meters are coming up in a second. I mean, Sonny Brown looked good the other day, going sub 10. He's the only guy in this field that's gone on the sub 10. Yeah. There's something interesting about this pitch, just to switch quickly and talk about cricket here. Uh, I thought the West Indies would have gotten off to a flyer, and they haven't. Nicholas Pooran trying for a single, but decided in the end not to. Pushes it over to the leg side. No run there. There's also no pressure here in the cricket, in the sense that you don't really need to be forcing it. All right. Yes, in about 3 minutes, if you're here for the track and field, 100 meters will be on track. Another dot ball. Yeah, a little bit stifling here for Nicky P. He's not finding it easy. Good bowling setup there from Papua New Guinea. Required run rate about 7, and West Indies are below it. So yeah. Key thing is that they have to start up this thing. Another single. You have to figure out. All right, I'm getting a shot here of the big man himself, Mikolas Alekna, world record holder over discus throw there. Every event, I think he's gone over 70 meters this season. Opens up. That's not going to be 70 meters there. Yeah. He's probably not even happy with that. Yeah, so Alekna opens up with 62.73. Daniel Stahl at 63.47. So they're just warming up right now. Yeah. I think Nicholas Pooran tried to lob that over for a 6. Didn't get enough on it. But luckily, there was nobody there, but only a single. Yeah. All right, he pushes it down, takes a quick single, ends the over. Mondo Duplantis now is going to try. Kendricks is still in the mix. I want to see what Mondo will do here. What is this at? What is the bar at? It's at 6 meters. All right, he does. So Mondo cleared 6 meters. Easy attempt there. Oops. A big edge there for Brandon King, but he's lucky. Gets 4 runs. So King is on 28 for 14 balls. So he's basically keeping the West Indies alive here. Poor run, only 5 off 15. Looking a bit out of sorts. Yeah. TL fun there around 14 and something. Thanks everybody for joining. Don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. I suspect most of you on here are probably already subscribing to the channel, but if you haven't, hit the like button. I appreciate that. That lets other people know. I'm watching both the Stockholm Diamond League and also the Cricket World Cup. Yeah. Pura needs to make some runs here. We need to start pressuring these guys early. He's at the crease too long, faced 15 balls, only for 5 runs. And he's a guy that can turn it on at any second. So it would be interesting to see Matti Denny here in the circle. The Australian here. That's like probably a little bit above 65, it looks like. Yeah. So the spin comes in. Puran comes down the track. And that's going to be the first 6 of the West Indies innings. I don't know if they have to. That ball went on the roof. That was a fantastic ball. Now we are getting some cricket here from Nicky P. Soak up enough pressure. 6 runs. Yeah. You can't bowl that to Nicky P. He's going to put that out of the park. Yeah. Let's see what he'll do here now. Already under pressure from the first ball. Steps down again. Hits it back over the bowler. 4 runs. That's a lovely shot there from Nicholas Pooran. And so now he's quickly raced to 15 off 17 and whole different ball game it looks like now. Men's 100-meter on the track. Guys are getting into the box and into the blocks now. Pooran decides to take on this guy here. Let's see what he's done. He's going to hit him for 6-4. Steps again. 6 more runs. All right. Yeah. 6 more. 14 runs off 3 deliveries here. Is it? No, what am I saying? 16 off 3 deliveries. So there's Hartman, Ali, Larson, SME, Sani Brown, Ford, King. Just a quick single there. So let's see what we get from this men's 400 meters. Not the greatest field assembled, but some talent there. Raheem Ford has talent. PB of 995 last year, only 10-12 this year. Sani Brown, obviously, a lot of talent. Yeah. And Abe Kun also has a PB of 996 from Sri Lanka. Interesting. Let's see what we get in the 100 meters here. So they're in the box right now. And they're out with a recall gun right away. So that's I don't know if anybody. I'm not seeing any reaction times yet, so I don't know if it's a green card or not. But they're walking back to the blocks. So they're coming with a yellow card. I don't think anybody's getting disqualified. So Kyrie King gets a warning. All right, so King gets a warning here. They will reset and athletes will be on their way, hopefully in a second. I mean, the wind in Stockholm seems to be in a headwind. So if that's the case, I'm not expecting any fast times here. All right, maybe King now might sit in the blocks a little bit. Obviously, you got a warning. You never want to be in there. And they're out. It's hard to see who got out really good. Ford looks decent. Then Esme looks like he's stepping now. It's going to be Esme and then Kyrie King at the end there. Yeah, so that's what 10.16 for the Cameroonian ahead of Kyrie King from the United States, 10.18. The Italian Chituri 10.98, and then Sani Ford 10.22, then Sani Brown 10.28. So that's how it shaped up. Into a headwind of 1 meters per second, so it's not great conditions there if but Kyrie King came in late, and maybe had he not had that personal warning earlier, could have started much better. But good run by the Cameroonian. Yeah. He's been having a fairly good season. Really good season by Esame. All right. Yeah. Into a negative headwind there. Hey Patrick, how you doing? Oh, you had predicted Brown King. Yeah. Yeah, so it's SMA, Kyrie King, and the Italian in third there. Yeah, thanks for joining. I'm just in between two sports right now. I was doing cricket earlier, so I'm still watching the cricket while I am talking about some track and field. So just a quick update on the cricket right now. The West Indies need 80 off 78 balls. They're at 57 for one. Yeah. But the rain is flirting around again. Yeah. So yeah, that's the end of the 100 meters. Obviously, we're looking forward to seeing the 400-meter hurdles. I think that's a standout. Next on the track, obviously, will be men's steeplechase. That should be a very good race as well. I'm trying to see. There's Lametra Gurma that's there, so that works already. Let's see what he can do. He's the world record holder, right? And I'm not quite sure what you'll get for him, but he's special kind of talent. Just doesn't really deliver. You know, at the major games in the same way, but that's because of the big Moroccan. But we'll see. That's next on the track. Wale on the track. Wale is there as well. There's a few guys there that uh have gone 8 minutes. A couple guys at low 8 minutes. So we'll see what's happening. The world lead is 8:07, but I suspect, as long as Lamacha Gurma is in good shape, he might be able to win this quite easily. Yeah. Yeah. So once we get the 3,000-meter steeplechase off the track, then we'll get into the women's 400-meter hurdles that will feature Femke Bol. This is our first 400-meter hurdles for the season. Should be fantastic. And yeah, also Clayton from Jamaica there, Genevieve Russell, Knight as well. Risakova is in the mix as well. So there are a few women there that could run hopefully good times, but you expect Femke by herself. She would have seen that 52.70 a couple days ago from our main rival and world record holder, Sydney McLaughlin. And clearly I don't know how she's planning to respond, but I anticipate it's going to be a very fast time. And then after that, we'll get 200 meters that will feature the two-time world champion and a woman that hasn't started the season with very fast times yet. One win and also a fifth place there in Oslo. Sharika Jackson's there. She's the headliner there. There's Jennifer Prandini. There's Brittany Brown as well in the race. But, you know, Jackson is the big thing. Unfortunately, I can't do that, Simeon. I can't show the races. If I show the races, you know, I get copyright strike. So I apologize. If it's the race you want, I can't show it. Yeah. Yeah. And then the night will finish off with 800 meters. So I appreciate all of you guys on the channel. I mean, if you're watching track and field, I'll interject a little bit of a cricket as well. And once the track and field is over, we'll jump on into another cricket stream for those who are dedicated and want to watch cricket, and we'll just finish it off with cricket. So steeplechase is about to start right now. World record holder in the mix, Lamette Gurma. And we'll see what he does here. I mean, it should be an interesting race. I mean, I think whatever he does, he may go for a world lead. The world lead is 8:07, I think. But Gurma has a 7:52, as many of you know. So we'll see what we get from Lamette Gurma here. Yeah. So there's a wicket there. Pooran is gone. Lovely catch in the deep. All right, and also they're showing a little bit of the discus work here. Let me see where we are in the men's discus. I'll give you a couple updates on the men's discus currently. Currently, Stahl is in the lead in 66.10, ahead of Matthew Denny 65.94. The Austrian Lucas, I don't know how to pronounce his last name properly. So it's 65.43, Janssen 64.26, and Frederick Dekers 64.21 right now. Yeah. And Mikolas Anelka is not having a good start to his discus season. He's all the way down in 6 with a best of 63.49. But you know, he's done every meet he's thrown over 70 meters this season. Is also clearly world record holder at 74.35. So we'll have to wait and see if he gets it right in the next throw there. And so that's where we are in the men's discus. And let me give you a quick update as well on the triple jump. Women's triple jump right now, they're completing the 4th round and going to get into 5 and 6. Hernandez is still in the lead with a 14.67, ahead of Ricketts from Jamaica 14.40, Thea Lafon 14.26. So those are the top 3 right there, and the only women above 14 meters so far. So let's see if we get something. Paris just did our 5th jump, and that's at 14.23. All of these jumps are into some headwind, so the conditions aren't great for sprinting or the jumps either. Yeah. All right, that's where we are in the thing. So I can we can get back to the steeple chase and see where they are in the men's steeplechase. I'm going to take a look right now to see where Lamette Gurma is. Yeah. Yeah, so the first pacemaker on my screen just got off the track. I'm trying to see who's in the mix right there. I suspect it's... I think Kipsang is in the lead. There's Gurma right there as well, and Wale. But Kipsang might be one of the pacemakers. Yeah, I think Kipsang is a pacemaker. So technically, it's Lemaitre Gurma in the lead. Yeah, because he's going to come off next. Yeah. All right, Mikolas Elekna is. I'm getting a look at it because in the discuss here. Let's see what this is. Oh, I think they're showing a second round effort. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Aletna gets a better one. This looks close to 69 if I'm not. So it's 68, 64. So he finally finds one to go in the lead right now. And I suspect he's going to, I think at some point he'll get this right and probably go over 70 meters. Yeah. So currently Aletna in the lead now, 68, 64 ahead of Daniel Stahl, 66-10. Yeah. He's having one of these seasons, one of these really good seasons. You hope it culminates into something special at the Olympics. But at some point he needs a break and then recharge his batteries. Well, maybe not a break, but be fresh when it comes to Paris, which is in late July, August. So Lemaitre Gurma is taking it out there. He's now in lead in front of Wale and Boer from the United. Where's Boer? No, is that Boer? No. Yeah. There's also Duguna from Ethiopia in the mix too. Yeah, I think Gurma will. All right, Lemaitre Gurma has a lot. This is like a good 20-meter lead, it looks like. He's opening up on these guys right now. Yeah. Weston is in real trouble now. They had some pressure, some dot ball pressure, and Brandon King is gone. But Lemaitre Gurma is opening up in a real fighting style right now. Whatever this is, it looks like it might be a world lead for sure. Yeah. One lap to go on my screen here, and Gurma has significant lead now. It's what, like 30 meters or more? Yeah. Yeah, he's running by himself. The world record holder is basically running by himself. Wale is in the mix, but he's in another time zone. This is gonna be close to sub 8 minutes. Could be close to sub 8 minutes. Let's see how fast can he make this. But whatever it is, it's gonna be a world lead. It's what 7:26 right now, and it's coming around to 7:20. Yeah, this is probably gonna be 8:01 or 8:02, somewhere around here. Yeah, one final water jump. Yeah, he's running really by himself right now, and he's pumping. One barrier to go. Looks comfortable. Probably check somebody on the. Yeah, nobody is there. Lemaitre Gurma, he's gonna go. Yeah, if he runs this, he could go sub 8 minutes. No, he's not gonna make sub 8 minutes. 8:01 ish. That's a very good run. World lead 8:01.63 there for Lemaitre Gurma in the men's 3,000 meter steeplechase. Fantastic. Wale is in second, it looks like. And then Gina Oyi, I think, I don't know how to pronounce that, the Tunisian. Fantastic, yeah. 8:01:63, the official time. Lemaitre Gurma didn't look like he broke a sweat there. Yeah. Yeah, let's see if he can get the gold medal this year, obviously. But Sufein will have something to say about that. So El Bakali, as you know, doesn't run as fast as Lemaitre Gurma, but you know it should set up for something interesting later on. Other people might be in the mix, obviously, but fantastic run there from Lemaitre Gurma, 8:01:63. Just waiting for the times of the others to pop in. Yeah, haven't gotten that. But next on the track, a race that we've all been looking forward to, and that's the women's 400-meter hurdles. That's scheduled for another 10 minutes, so there's some delay here as well. And we'll get to see the likes of Femke Bol, and then shortly after that we have women's 200 meters, and then finish off with the 800 meters for men. In the meantime, let me give you an update on discus. The discus right now still has Mikolas Aletna in the lead at 68.64, ahead of Daniel Stahl 66.10. Denny 65.94, Janssen 65.86. The Austrian Lucas 65.43, Frederick Deka 64.21. Those are your top six right there. And the women are having an interesting time as well in the triple jump. Hernandez, they're getting into the sixth and final jump there, and Hernandez is still in the lead with 14.67 ahead of Ricketts 14.40 and Lafont 14.26. So only three women have gone over 13 meters in the women's triple jump. Not great conditions for jumping. Many of them are jumping into headwind, some more so than others. I mean, Hernandez was fortunate to get a positive win for that 14.64, but there's been some negative wins out there. So that's where we are in the triple jump. Yeah, West Indies are struggling a little bit here. If we turn a quick attention to the cricket, the required run rate is six, just around 6 runs are over. Their current run rate is just around 6 runs are over, and the required is 670. So Mondo Duplantis here is attempting a world record of 625. Whew! He almost broke it. He hits it, obviously. It looks like it was going to stay up a little bit, but Armand Duplantis is that's what he does. He wins early and he tries to go for the world record. This is a jump here from Tia Lafont. She looks like she's fighting there. Ooh, looks like mid-14s there as well. Yeah. And they're going to show Shanika Ricketts here as well. Ooh. Yeah. All right. So yeah, we're waiting for 400 meters hurdles to come on the track to see what Femke Bol can do. That's a good jump there from Hernandez. I'm now seeing it on the thing. That's when I think she got the positive win there. Yeah, so let's see if they can. There's 3 more attempts to go from the top 3, and we'll see what happens there. We're just around a few minutes away from the 400-meter hurdles. So the jump off is between Hernandez, Ricketts, and Lafon. So let's see what Hernandez will do first. All right. So Hernandez will go first, then Ricketts, then Tia Lafon. That's how it works in the final round. The final 3, the top 3 going the order they're leading. So Hernandez strips off, and she's gonna go for it. Her lead is 14:67. That's still the time to beat anyway. Still the distance to beat. I apologize. Let's see if she can improve upon this. So she comes in looking good down the track, down the runway. That's a good, yeah. That's still 14 and change, but that's not good enough to beat her position for the evening. That's what 14:36 into another headwind there. So Hernandez still on top, but opportunity here now for Ricketts and Lafon to overtake her. Yeah, 14:36. So just 2 more jumps remaining in the women's triple jump here in the final attempt. And Ricketts will come up next since she was in the second place position. She has to beat 14:67 in order to go ahead of Perez Hernandez. So Ricketts is still in her warm-up gear. And Hernandez is doing the kind of patient wait to see if her 14:67 will remain. So this is the kind of little bit of a drama they have instituted in the field events. I guess Ricketts decided not to jump because Lafon is jumping, and they should jump in the order of how they came. So it should be 67. So I guess Ricketts has passed. So Ricketts is fine with her second place finish here, and Tia Lafon will jump to see if she can actually get there. Nah, that's 14 meters cleared there, 14:18, but not good enough. Yeah. So it ends the way it started in the last round. Perez Hernandez wins, still with her 14:67. Ricketts second, 14:40, and Tia Lafon didn't improve on our 14:26. So that's the end of the women's triple jump. Tough conditions out there, a lot of negative wind to deal with. And so the next thing on track in about 2 minutes will be the women's 400-meter hurdles. Extremely excited to see what Femke Bol will do. she obviously will be looking at that time of the 52.70 that Sydney McLaughlin did in Atlanta. And it's a decent field, but nobody that you would anticipate that could put any kind of a pressure on Sydney on Femke Bowl. There's Russell there. There's Clayton, who's been having a fantastic season. There's also Knight. There's Rysakova as well. But you have to think that it will be Femke Bowl by herself. So looking forward to that. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And once we wrap up here, I'll jump on another stream and finish off the cricket for those of you who are into cricket. Yeah. Just in case you want to know, West Indies are 77 for 3 in the cricket, and they're not batting as well as you want. They need 60 runs, 56 runs off 41 balls. It's a bit of a challenging time. A lot of explanation here if they don't win this. Yeah. It's a great strike there from Robman Powell to hit that for 4. Yeah. All right. So they're into the 14 over. 4 runs right away there from Robman Powell. All right. So yeah, just waiting for the 400 meters to hurdles rather to get on track. Mondo Duplantis again coming up on an attempt to try to break the world record. Already won the pole vault, I think, at 6 meters. So he looked pretty close on the previous attempt at 6:25. He's going to try in a second attempt here. Ooh, almost broke it. He's getting the height, but he's clipping it on the way down. Pretty close. And of course, Mondo would want to get that world record. Let's see. Got up there. There's some space. Now he hits it with a knee, it looks like, or the thigh. Or let's see. Yeah, he hits it with a knee. Everything is there for him to clear that 6:25. Just got to go away a little bit away over. Yeah, hits it a little bit up with the knee, and it comes off. He might be able to break it tonight. It would be fantastic if he does on home soil. I know a lot of people aren't happy with the way Mondo breaks these world records, these 1 centimeters here and there. All right, so 400-meter hurdles on the track. Rysakova in lane 1. So there go. Garnat is the Swede is in lane 8. PB of 56.30. Look like Robman Powell has been given out, but he's just reviewed here. Genevieve Russell, season best 55.07, obviously a PB of 53.08. Rochelle Clayton, PB 52.81, 53.72 here. She's the one athlete that I think can continue to, if she goes well, can claim a stake for a medal. Femke Bowman, 51.45, hasn't run a 400-meter hurdles this year. World record, obviously, this year over indoor, short track indoor in 400 meters. Fantastic. Knight from Jamaica, 54.63 this. Peters and Florenzo from Italy as well, and Rysakova. So those are the women there. that lineup for the women's 400-meter hurdles. It's going to be a fantastic run. Let's see what Femke Bol can do. Can she actually open up in a faster time than Sydney McLaughlin, or is she just here to feel it out? Knowing Femke Bol, she does everything hard. Runs hard. She doesn't ease up. Fantastic indoor season. Much stronger, much faster than ever before. Great runs at the World Indoor Championship this year. And so they're in the blocks right now. And let's see. And they're out of it. Good run by Clayton as well. Up, I think Clayton is up first, if I can see that correctly. Clayton is way out there right now. Femke Bol isn't hurdling as well as I would think. She's like way behind, but let's see what Femke will do. She could probably run him down. She's probably going to win regardless. So Femke Bol is now working really hard. She's ahead now. She's now move ahead of Clayton and Knight. And Femke Bol is by herself right now. She's going to win this comfortably. It's going to be about 53 seconds. So this is 53.07. The flash time ahead of Rochelle Clayton, Knight, and Genevieve Russell and Rysakova. Wasn't as comfortable as I thought, but in the end, once she got on the home stretch, she delivered there. I mean, it's not great conditions out there to run. So it's what, 53.07, Clayton 53.78, Knight 54.62 it looks like. Yeah. So that's that decent run. It's not the 52.70 that Sydney McLaughlin delivered in Atlanta a couple of days ago. But that is not important. The first run for Femke Bol, and she basically delivered decent time. 53.07 is nothing to. It's a very fast time. So yeah. So that's where we are for the 400 meters hurdles. Next up on the track in about a few minutes' time will be women's 200 meters. Features the likes of Sharika Jackson. There's also Brittany Brown. No, well, Brittany Brown is no longer in. Yeah, she didn't start, so she's out of that. So no Brittany Brown. There's Jenna Prandini. There's Kone as well. Yeah. Battle has the fastest time, season best this year, coming in at 22.56. Jackson had that 22.82 from Marrakesh, but then followed up with a underwhelming performance there in Oslo. So let's see what she delivers here. If she goes much faster or it's just much about the same right now. Conditions aren't great for great timing anyway. Yeah. Weston is 93 for 4. They need 44 runs off 31. If they win this, there's a lot of questions to be asked. This is just definitely not good batting from the West Indies. Good bowling, obviously, from Papua New Guinea. All right, so yeah, we're just waiting, and we could a little bit for the start of the 200 meters. West Indies, obviously, for those of you into the cricket, they need 43 runs off 30 balls. All right, it's very gettable, but underwhelming performance so far, if you ask me. Back to the track and field. Again, let me go over the results of the 400-meter hurdles. Femke Bol, season best, obviously, our first run, 53.07. Rochelle Clayton, 53.78. Knight, 54.62, getting a season best. Russell dipping under 55 seconds as well, 54.99. And those are the top 4 times there. Top 4 times. So So women's 200 meters next, then 800 meters for men. And that will end the Stockholm Diamond League on this Sunday. And I appreciate everybody for joining me so far. Don't forget to hit that like button. I always say it helps out the channel, make people know that a good thing is going on here. Put your stuff in the comments, your thoughts on anything that's going on. Subscription button is also a button I think you should also get yourself notified, familiar with if you haven't, especially if you're enjoying the channel and the content that we provide and the different sports that we provide. And if you do the notification bell, it's the greatest bell on YouTube, because then you don't have to remember when I go live, when I put out a video or anything like that. You'll just get notified. All right, so women's 200 meters, are you excited? Let me know in the comments real quickly. Will Shericka Jackson run much better than she did in Oslo a few days ago? What should we expect from the great Jamaican? Yeah. Let me know your thoughts on that. Yeah. What are we anticipating there? Saying Sydney in a league by herself. That's a good. Yeah, I mean, right now she is. I mean, I don't know if I could judge anything really yet from the run from Femke, to be honest with you. Here's why: because she had such a fantastic indoor season. The world record over 400 meters is nothing to sneeze about. I do those great runs indoor as well for the indoor 400 meters, the relay stuff. She's in, and then she obviously took a little break, kind of recharge herself, and she got back out. The conditions tonight hasn't been particularly great for good running in Stockholm, but 53:07 is still fantastic. But yeah, Sydney is on another planet. Great start to the season, almost going sub 200, 22 for 200 meters, 52:70 in Atlanta. Yeah, just fantastic. West Indies has just lost another wicket, and it's just disastrous. Just disastrous right now. I can't believe what I'm watching. Yeah. So yeah, she's a special place, obviously, Sydney McLaughlin. And as long as she remains healthy, she will easily win in Eugene for the US national trials. And then we'll see the big battle there. Yeah. Yeah, but what are our thoughts for this 200 meters coming up? Will Jackson win it? Yeah. Yeah. All right, one more from Mondo right here. Ooh, he hits it again. Very close to the 625. So Mondo Duplantis won't break the world record. Need some adjustment there. Probably a bit disappointed not to break the world record in front of his hometown fans. But he wins the pole vault at 6 meters. And he'll go back to the drawing board. And I suspect every time we see Mondo, you'll just see 6 meters. You will see 6 meter 25 attempt. 200 meters on the track. Last race, Shericka Jackson way down the track, just looking like she's going through the motions. Brittany Brown won. No Brown today, didn't start. And so we have Hunt, Henriksen, Battle, Jackson, Prandini, Kone, Gia. And let's see what we get from the great Jamaican. All right, Battle 22:56, PB 21:95. Henriksen is the local here, 23.03 this year. So Amy Hunt, 22.85 this season as well. So yeah, let's see what we get here. They're now about to step into the track, into the blocks rather. I mean, you can't anticipate Sherika Jackson, losing this time because what she did last time. I mean, the time may not be fantastic given the conditions, but she doesn't like to lose. Let's see. Hopefully she gets a season best. And they're out. And Sharika Jackson's already up on Prandini. She's already made up the stagger on her coming off. I think she's going to come off the bend the best. Yeah, Jackson's off the bend and she's moving, looking really decent right now. Yeah, different Sharika Jackson here, looking comfortable, arms moving, and she's going to cross the line in 22.68. That's the season best for her into a -2 win, into a headwind of 2 meters. So, yeah, Sharika Jackson's okay. Jackson's okay. I mean, 22.69, 22.7 is still not what you want to see. The win obviously impacts her on the straight, obviously. But how much? Yeah, regardless, I mean, it's a better run. The time is nothing to write home to, and it's into a headwind, obviously. But yeah, it's time to go back home, and we'll see what's going on. Yeah, but 2 meters per second. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So one more event on the track, and then I'll head over to cricket again. West Indies are just like they should have been winning this comfortably, and they're not. They need 27 runs off 17 balls. Let's see what we'll get here. I mean, Chase and clearly Russell is there, the big hitters. That's a poor feeling there. So some hitting going on there. That's a quick run there from Chase off Vala. All right. Let's see what we're getting here from Sasha. Sherika Jackson for the win. Heart of a true champion. Yeah, I mean she ran better than what we saw in Oslo. There's no question about it. Into a headwind. Still not particularly fast, but we'll see. I mean, there's still time to get things right. If in 3 weeks' time, if we get to the Jamaica national trials and she's not running 21.8 and 10 sevens, then there might be some questions that we need to ask. But have to remember the championships is a month away or so, then another monthish away for the the Olympics or so. Yeah. So I know some people are concerned about where they are. It doesn't look good when you don't run great, especially when you're a top class athlete and you're what you're capable of. But there's also the Olympics in sight, and I think they look for that. So fantastic six there from Rasta and Chase. So the West Indies are doing some big hitting here, but they should not be proud of what they're doing. Yeah, yeah. All right. Are you guys happy with that performance? Yeah. Yeah. So West Indies doing 17 from 13 balls. So lovely strike there from Rasta and Chase. 4 runs. So 13 from 12. So The power hitting is coming in for the West Indies right here in order to salvage this match. Okay, let's take a quick look here on the track from Mikolas Aletna. He obviously is coming in for the last three throws. He's on the lead ahead of Denny and Stahl. Let's see what he get here. Oh, that looks comfortable. Whew, no, that's not a good throw by his standard. So he will finish with and he just steps out. So he will finish with a 68-64. So can the other guys beat that? Yeah. So he steps out there. So just waiting to see what Daniel Stahl does. And he doesn't. So Denny does a 66-75. And let's see what Stahl does. Yeah. Yeah, they have to make those big boundaries. But I mean, this is something that I'm disappointed by after that great performance in South Africa, the warm up in Australia. Stahl hits that into the cage. So the discuss will be done with Alekna winning 68-64, Denny 66-65, and 66-10 for Stahl. Yeah. Yeah, West Indies need a big boundary here. And so 2 runs off they're into the 19 over, so that's 2 runs there. If they can get a couple boundaries here, they'll probably come for. You don't want to go into the final over struggling. Yeah, they need 11 off 11. Good bowling there, good Yorker line, I think. Yeah. All right, so yeah, one more event on the track in the Stockholm Diamond League. Excuse me. And that will be the 800 meters for men. That's coming up next. There's Bryce Hoppel. There's Jake Whiteman, obviously stepping down. Giles Elliott. So lovely boundary there from Rasta and Chase. So 4 runs there. So far 7 runs off the over. West Indies need 6 runs off 9 balls. Let's finish it in this over and then apologize for the nonsense batting that they've done. That's a very great shot. He gets down on the knee and flicks it for 4. Yeah, 34 runs off 15 balls between Ruston Chase and Russell. Lovely shot right there. That's going to go for 6. No, that's 4 runs. Sorry. Hits the. So 4 more runs. West Indies need 2 balls to win off 8. Finish it in this over and go back to the drawing board. A win is what you want, but I was anticipating that they would have blown out Papua New Guinea, and that turns out not to be the case. And yet again, the crowd in Providence Stadium is not as packed as you would like for an opening match of a Cricket World Cup. All right, a quick single there. Scores are leveled. So that's it. West Indies will win. A good 42 runs from Rustin Chase. Good player. Good. He won't bat again for sure. But at least I don't think he will, unless Andre Russell doesn't make this on this end here. 14 for Russell off 8. Yeah. Yeah. All right, that's the match. West Indies have won. Match over. Darren Salmon doesn't look particularly happy. Obviously, I congratulate these two guys for getting it, but there's a lot of questions they need to ask. But I'm not upset because, as I say, I don't want them to start off with a wicked flyer and then it goes the other way. But this was a bit disappointing in terms of how they batted. But West Indies have won by 5 wickets, 6 balls remaining. They bowled out Papua New Guinea for, well, not bowled out, but Papua New Guinea made 136 for 8. West Indies in response lost 5 wickets. Not what you want to see, if we're being honest with ourselves. Golden duck for Johnson Charles. Brandon King was batting well, but also gave away his wicket. Nicholas Pooran could have been out if they had reviewed it. He made 27 off 27. Roston Chase, the standout batsman here, 42 runs. Rovman Powell, the captain, making 15. Shafane Rutherford disappointing as well. And Andre Russell coming in at the end, and both of those two guys saw it home. So the West Indies don't know when they die, but unfortunately, this is not a commanding performance with the bat. I mean, conditions not the greatest. Obviously, they had to come off because of rain, but you want to see much better batting than this. All right, 800 meters on the track. Last event here at the Stockholm Diamond League. Let's see what we'll get here. I mean, Sajati's there. He's a pretty good athlete. Bryce Hoppel. Can we get a 143 or so? Yeah. Sajati already has the world leader, I think, a 143.51. Let's see what he can do here too. Yeah. So let's see. Patterson's there too. Giles. Let's see what they come off with here. So about 50.02 for the first lap there. Pacemaker is going to step across. Patterson Hoppel rather, Giles. Where's the Algerian? I'm looking for the Algerian right now. Oh yeah, he's there. He's about 5th place right now. He's stepping up now. Sajati is coming right now. And he's going to come and overtake these guys on the turn. So Patterson's still in the lead, but Sajati is going to come off the curve and just go blow past him right now. And so into the straight, it's Sajati. Bryce Hoppel is fighting his way to try to get into 2nd place ahead of Patterson. But Sajati is moving. At this point, he's going to go 143 for sure. 143.20. That's a world lead right there. Yeah. 143.23. That goes past his world lead that he already has at 143.51. Bryce Hoppel, 144.29. Masalela, 144.44. And Patterson, 144.44. They given the same time here. That's some good running. Good running to close off the Diamond League here. Good run by Sajati. That's good running. A bunch of guys with some season bests. All the 144 guys. One guy on the 144 seconds. Comfortable win in the end for Sajati by meters. Yeah. I mean, that closes out an interesting Stockholm Diamond League. Femke Bowl. We saw a victory for Sharika Jackson into a negative win, obviously. Yeah, not bad. Yeah. Thank you all for joining me. I've been doing a lot of lives all morning, like yesterday as well. There's a bunch of videos on the channel as well. If you haven't seen them, check them out. West Indies obviously winning their opener against Papua New Guinea in less than spectacular fashion, but is a win is a win. Rustin Chase getting the man of the match. Yeah. This performance by the West Indies is shocking to say the least, if I'm going to be honest with you. You bowl out these guys for 130 something. You would then anticipate that they would have stepped up and just knocked this off, losing maybe 1 wicket or so. But there are some times in this cricket match where their shot selection was very poor, and I'm not quite sure. But thankfully they won. So yeah, that's it for both of these events today. Yeah, I want to thank you all guys for joining me. I've been on from 10 o'clock this morning, my time clearly. Yeah. We got a few things. Stick around on the channel if you haven't seen some videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're gonna queue up our old explainers just so you get a flavor of some of the things that we do on this channel and we've done. I want you to check out my explainer series. We have a lot of short selections. We do live. We try to get it interactive as well. And so a lot of things will be coming. I'll be there the whole summer doing Olympics and cricket and whatever sport. I'll try to get in some football too and so on. All right, I'll be maybe back later on or tomorrow with a live show. We can do some recap on some things, but make sure you watch some of the stuff that we have. I want to thank you for joining me this evening, and we'll end the video with this. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.
It's a short ball, beautifully played by Imran. Well, he really got onto that one, and he's pulled that superbly. It didn't get much above chest high.
Imran Khan is a once-in-a-generation individual. Khan has managed to lift the hearts of a nation in two uncommon areas: sports and politics. If you're from the generation that grew up in the 1980s and 1990s, you'd have likely viewed Khan as well-read. After all, he studied at Oxford University. For others, he was debonair. But make no mistake, his off-the-pitch larger-than-life personality was just as good on the pitch. Regarded as one of the finest all-rounders the game of cricket has ever seen, Khan was a lovely fast bowler with an impressive reverse swinging Yorker. He was also a great batsman, averaging 37 runs in Test cricket. Khan's defining moment, however, is captaining Pakistan to their only World Cup title in 1992. After retirement, Khan focused on philanthropy, notably opening a cancer hospital in Pakistan. He also committed himself to becoming more religious, perhaps to shed the playboy lifestyle he developed in England. Perturbed by the political situation in Pakistan, Khan in 1996 opened his own political party, the PTI, vowing to weed out corruption and helping the poor.
Pakistan is heading towards disaster. It is quite obvious by looking at every indicator in Pakistan, whether you look at law and order, whether you look at economics, unemployment, whichever way you look at it.
Unfortunately for Khan, his first run as party leader ended disastrously, and his party won no seats in the 1997 election. For years to come, he and his party were on the fringes, appealing primarily to urban youth and the middle class. Khan lacked the support structure to penetrate the strong defense of the established political parties. For many astute observers of Pakistani politics, Khan faced limited options if he wanted to rise to the top. He could either continue growing a base that could challenge the established political elites, or he could make friends with political elites that could get him in the power position he desired. In this case, he needed to form a relationship with Pakistani's intelligence community, notably the ISI, and the military. Ultimately, Khan chose to do these things. 2018 proved to be the year for Khan and the PTI. In the general elections that year, his party won 149 seats, and Khan was subsequently confirmed as Prime Minister.
Imran Ahmad Niazi साहब ने 176 वोट हासिल किए.
But of course, instead of leading athletes like he did in 1992, this rise was made in part on deals with the ISI and the military. which ultimately creates a problem because the backing is contingent on the ISI and the military being happy. In Pakistan, political parties rarely see out their term in office. Peaceful transfer of power doesn't always happen. You could say that Pakistan's democratic fragility is often characterized by the military's strong influence on foreign policy and the fact that many of the democratically elected governments have been pushed out by military intervention. Under Khan's leadership, the country's last few years is one of economic stagnation, high debt, high inflation, and disagreements with the military. Deals with the International Monetary Fund ushered in austerity programs, and that was more complicated from a public opinion standpoint for Khan, especially when you consider his earlier position of being against the IMF. Despite the economic challenges, Khan would not have been thinking that his job would have been in jeopardy. However, the failure to extend the term length of General Bajwa, the chief of the army, proved to be a major misstep, and he lost the backing of the top military brasses. Losing military support paved the way for the opposition parties to capitalize on this fallout, given their close attachment to the military. Khan's political weaknesses allowed the opposition to initiate a vote of no confidence, and he was removed as prime minister. After his removal as prime minister, Khan blamed the political turmoil on the opposition party and efforts by the United States to remove him as prime minister. Khan is back on the campaign trail, but will he get a chance to come back and take the top spot in government and perhaps go out on his own terms like he did after lifting the trophy in 1992? The political history of Pakistan suggests that Imran Khan is batting on a sticky wicket and the match may already be over, but count him out you can't. Let me know in the comment section if you think Imran Khan will be back as Prime Minister of Pakistan. If you find value in our content or if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.
It's nobody's fault but my own. I gotta make sure I go 1/1000 slower.
I believe Usain Bolt false started. I think Usain Bolt just false started.
Tom, I don't even want to say it.
In a sport where speed matters, would you believe me if I told you that you could be penalized for reacting too fast after the sound of the gun? Well, this is what happened to Devon Allen.
Oh, gonna do it again.
And he is faster than that 1/10 of a second allowance.
You know how much faster he is?
By 1,000th of a second.
Devon Allen is not going to participate in this final.
No, this cannot happen. And this guy is the beloved son of this place. He is dealing, he's still reeling from the death of his father just weeks ago.
The rules governing false starting have to be the most contentious part of track and field. In recent years, it is the use of technology by World Athletics that has caused most of the recent fuss. Here's the breakdown. In track and field, there are two types of false starts. The first of which is often easily detected. This type of false starts occurs when an athlete starts the race early before the sound of the gun. This type is generally uncontroversial, primarily because you can see the athlete leaving the blocks with the naked eye or with the help of slow motion replay from the television cameras. The second type of false start, and the one Devon Allen was charged with, is when an athlete reacts too soon after the sound of the gun. What? You can false start after the sound of the gun? Yeah. World Athletics rules states that no athlete can react to the sound of the starter's gun faster than 100 milliseconds. Anything faster and you've been deemed to have anticipated the gun. But many athletes and former athletes think that World Athletics is punishing quick starters. You might be wondering why 100 milliseconds. The 100 milliseconds threshold is based on an assumed minimum auditory reaction time. In other words, it is believed once your brain processes the sound of the gun, your body in turn cannot react faster than 100 milliseconds to exit the blocks. Allen's time was 0.099, so he's very unfortunate. But is there really an appreciable difference between 0.1 and 0.099 for an athlete to gain an advantage? Here's how they measure his reaction time. It's all in the starting blocks. In track and field at major events, the starting blocks are really sophisticated with pressure sensors that can detect movement. We're not talking about your ordinary blocks you buy at your local sporting goods store or Amazon. All the major companies provide specialized blocks hooked up in the starting system, and they are in use at the World Championships, Olympics, and the Diamond League. The sensors located in the back of the starting blocks detect changes in force or acceleration as a runner exerts pressure through the feet. We can agree that when Devin Allen pushed out from the blocks, the naked eye would not have been able to detect the false start. But here's the bigger problem. World Athletics has a study that shows that reaction times can be quicker than 100 milliseconds. And you know what? That study was commissioned in 2009. Their own analysis showed that auditory reactions could be as fast as 80 milliseconds after the gun goes off. The same study recommended lowering the threshold to 80 to 85 milliseconds. Those recommendations have been ignored to date. If I were Devin Allen, this would make me even more upset. My own feeling is that we lower the reaction time to less than 85 milliseconds. We're talking about the very best starters on the planet who can train their bodies to push up against human limits. The study that World Athletics commissioned used elite-level athletes from Finland. Who are these elite-level athletes? We know for a fact that they're not Kristen Coleman, Shelley and Fraser-Price, or even Devin Allen. Perhaps World Athletics should commission a new study with some of the best starters in the world to better gauge the limits of simple auditory response. The better solution is to move away from sensors and measure false start through body movement using high-speed cameras like the ones used for photo finish. Now, this is not a new idea, and World Athletics wants to do this, but it would require captured photos at the start to be processed fast enough to trigger a recall gun before the athletes are halfway down the track. For now, let's lower the reaction time and stop ruining the sport for athletes and fans. Comment below if you think the reaction time should be lowered. Thanks for watching. Until next time, because my sister wants to say that. We're here in Circle City, Indianapolis, the home of Major Taylor. This is where it all started for the first African-American world champion in any sport, certainly in cycling. And the Indiana State Museum has an exhibit, and we have to check it out. You know, as I thumb through some of these things, it's just to recognize that he really thought about his legacy. So you would have to contextualize the moment of post-Reconstruction, a lot of segregation, the difficult challenges of being an athlete who wasn't celebrated, and knowing that he would have to sell his own story or record his own story. And the fact that there's so many things that are written about Taylor that is not kind, some kind, but a lot isn't. And he collected all of this to form something that would become his autobiography.
How on earth has he given offside there? That is a shocking call by the assistant
on the far side.
This is a 3D image of FIFA's semi-automated offside technology showing a player in an offside position. Notice how it perfectly details the position of the player's limbs at the moment the ball was played. The folks at FIFA are back again with new technology for the Qatar World Cup. 4 years after the introduction of the video assistant referee, commonly known as VAR, we're now getting an upgrade to the offside technology. New hardware, new software. Ever since the dawn of civilization, we have been kicking something around for entertainment. My bad, wrong video. Semi-automated offside technology enables video assistant referee teams to make offside decisions more quickly and accurately. If you're new to VAR, here's a quick primer. The VAR is a team of offside referees who can interject when the referee makes a clear and obvious error, for example, a missed penalty or violent conduct. VAR also checks when the ball crosses the goal line to ensure it's a legitimate goal, and during this process, they primarily check for offsides. If you need more information on offsides, check out the International Football Association Law 11 linked in the description below. The thing about offsides is that even the best on-field refereeing teams can miss it, as the game is fast and the human eye cannot always see the point at which a player passes the ball and the point at which the receiving player touches the ball. What makes it tricky is that players have gotten really good at playing the offside lines, and this makes it even harder for the assistant referee to judge if a player is offside. Additionally, some offsides are just too hard to detect, and this is where the technology comes in. But why the upgrade to semi-automated offside technology? The introduction of SOAT is not only about accuracy, but also about a fundamental principle of football, the flow of the game.
This is Eric Cantona interrupting our transmissions, broadcasting live from the heart of Germany. For too long, we let liars and cheaters make a fool of a game. Look at this. Enough.
Free-flowing football is what fans want. The whistle blows, the game starts, and you want it like that until the final whistle. This is what separates the beautiful game from sports like basketball and American football, with built-in commercial breaks and endless stoppages in play. If we examine offside checks, we realize why it matters. It takes VAR an average time of 70 seconds to complete an offside check. That's a lifetime in football, and it gets increasingly longer with complicated offsides. According to FIFA, the new technology uses 12 dedicated tracking cameras mounted underneath the roof of the stadium to track the ball, and up to 29 data points of each individual player, calculating their exact position on the pitch. The data generated from tracking players produces an alert indicating that an attacking player receives the ball in an offside position. The VAR officials then manually validate the decision. All of this should happen within a matter of seconds. So in this case, the introduction of semi-automated offside technology is to make the detection of offsides more accurate and much faster than the average time traditional VAR takes. The question is, how much faster? FIFA has yet to say. We're not only benefiting from high-speed cameras, but the football also gets an upgrade. The connected ball, as FIFA calls it, helps the offside checking process because there are sensors inside the ball that will send upwards of 500 signals every second. This is important when determining the kicking point. Because we're collecting so many data points from tracking players and from the connected ball, the offside line can now be drawn automatically. Here's another cool part of the new technology. The same data points used to draw the offside line will be transformed into a 3D image displayed inside the stadiums and on television. So the public gets to see in relatively quick time the decision-making process. Here's my hot take for successful implementation. If you hardly notice it, then I think it's a sign that it's more accurate and faster. I wonder what's the next stage for offside detection. Will semi become fully automated by the next tournament? Do you think the technology will actually improve the flow of the game? Let me know in the comment section if you're excited about semi-automated offside technology. I appreciate you watching. And if you made it this far, you gotta be liking the video and subscribing,
right? See you next time. All right, guys. That was a little taste of some of our explainer series. I had to go do a little quick run and come back. Yeah, thanks again for joining me today. And obviously, we were watching both the Diamond League and also the cricket and multiple streams today. I'll be back later on, maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight, depending on if we get a few things done, and maybe do some recaps and get some more of your interaction. We'll also be playing some of or explain a series on live. Obviously, if you guys really are interested in seeing some of the stuff that we put out on the different things that we cover on this channel. Once again, I want to thank you so much for tagging along. If you're a West Indies fan, obviously you're happy that there's a victory, but it's a disappointing run. The Diamond League in Stockholm delivered a few things. Good run by Sajrati in the end there for a world lead. Mikolas Aletnak trying to combat their Femke Bowl, opening up looking decent, not the fast time like that Sydney did, but interesting run. Sharika Jackson coming back and winning into a headwind, and yeah, still lots to think about as we progress for later on in the Trackman field. I'll be on a lot, and we'll do lives, we'll do everything. So thanks again. I appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.